Have you been wanting to set up a simple and effective exercise program, but weren't sure where to start? In previous videos, we've looked at movement as a whole and the value of general daily activity. Now I want to help you to design an exercise program that covers all the categories of training. In this video, we'll use the Lifetime Body exercise system to set up a few simple weekly workouts that can get you the highest levels of health and fitness in the least amount of time. Hey guys, John Zombro here with the Lifetime Body, and I'm so excited to share my exercise system with you. As you'll recall, we've placed both exercise and non-exercise activity, which we call general daily activity or GDA, under the umbrella of movement. Today we are going to look specifically at the 5 categories of exercise, which are aerobic, mobility stability, resistance, high intensity interval, and sprint training. We charted those out in the All About Exercise video, and I'll post a link to that in the description below. Today I'm going to show you how to take those 5 types of training and assemble them into just 4 weekly workouts, each requiring an hour or less to complete, which will give you that minimum effective dosage or the Lifetime Body recommended weekly allowance of training that can keep you fit, trim, and strong for life. We're going to design 4 unique workouts that provide a basic framework for successful training. In future videos, I'll share some tips and advice on how to further customize your training system to get that ultimate fit to your body type, specific goals, and orthopedic issues. But you'll reach the end of today's lesson with a clear understanding of what comprehensive exercise programming really looks like. Okay, to get started, let's just do a brief review of the categories of exercise training and quickly touch on the minimum weekly time recommendations. Aerobic exercise, or low intensity steady state, is conducted for 30 minutes 3 times per week. Mobility stability, which I call MOSTA, is performed for 10 minutes 5 times per week. With resistance training, we're shooting for 10 minutes under load twice per week. High intensity intervals need 6 minutes of weekly exposure, and we require a minute in total of sprinting. These are the bare minimums to get substantial results, and many of my athletes do quite a bit more than these amounts. Before we put the workouts together, let's touch base on the concept of work to rest ratios. We generally think of this ratio as work being the first number and recovery as the second number. Both are represented in time. For example, a 1-to-1 work to rest ratio means that effort is applied for a minute and then we recover for a minute by moving casually until we ramp up effort again. I've got the recommendations set for resistance, hit, and sprint at the simplest and safest levels, but these can be adjusted. For example, I like to start my clients with a 1-to-1 ratio in resistance training because it prevents them from lifting too heavy at first and risking injury. But once an athlete gets accomplished at training, heavy lifts might require a 1-to-5 or even a 1-to-10 work to rest ratio. With HIT, I set clients up at 1-to-3 to start, but as fitness increases, we often see them ratcheting down to 1-to-1 or 1-to-0.5. There's a lot of room for adjustment. I just tend to start conservatively. And with sprinting, I keep my sprints short and my rests long, but those can also be manipulated depending on your specific workout goals and appetite for training. If we take a look at this Rembrandt, actually I think it looks more like a Picasso, you'll be able to see what I've done. I've taken the 5 categories of training and blended them into 4 specific routines that achieve the minimum training requirements. And this represents only one example of a myriad of ways you could assemble your own fitness programming. You'll notice that each workout is a little different, and I'll go through and explain the hows and whys of this example. Workout 1 starts with 20 minutes of aerobics and then goes right into HIT, so we get a little carryover effect there. The HIT is 6 times 1 minute with 2-minute recoveries, and this can be done while running on a bike or other machine or in a pool. We finish with a 10-minute dose of MOSTA, and the entire session is completed in about 48 minutes. Workout 2 begins with MOSTA and then progresses to resistance training with 10 minutes under load and a 1-to-1 work to rest ratio. A serving suggestion could be 3 sets of 10 repetitions of squat, bench press, row, shoulder press, lateral raises, press downs, and curls. This would be representative of traditional or standard weight training, but the options are truly infinite with this type of training. And we'll look at that more closely in a future video. You can incorporate any type of functional training to fit your goals and desires. This workout would finish with 30 minutes of aerobic or easy cardio training to allow you to accumulate an hour of excellence. Workout 3 kicks off with 40 minutes of aerobics, and you can see how we can combine and blend training to hit our 90-minute goal per week with Cardio Mojo. While we have a nice glow on, let's go ahead and do a double sesh on the MOSTA, thus enabling us to get in our 50 minutes per week in only 4 workouts. However, you may want to sneak in a little more of this type of training here and there, even at your desk for a few minutes. This session also takes about an hour. And finally, the fourth workout on this little menu has us doing most as part of a dynamic warm-up and then safely performing our sprinting at 4 times 15 seconds of effort with about 3 minutes of active recovery between sprints. Finish it off with another resistance session that tallies 10 minutes under load. This is a powerful training session and it accomplishes a lot in only about 43 minutes. And there you have it, just one quick example of how to put together a few workouts that encompass all the training methods in the critical dosages that can get us the maximum health and fitness return on our training investment. Total time invested in this weekly exercise pattern is 2 hours and 31 minutes. Add to that the 7 required and non-negotiable weekly hours of general daily activity, and you get just under 10 hours of weekly movement that will help you to achieve ultimate wellness. In some future videos, we'll break down the training sessions and show some specific examples of these exercises. I'm betting that this video helped you to understand how the 5 categories of exercise can fit together, and also how you can blend your creativity and imagination with the science to come up with many effective models of training. If you're enjoying this information, please subscribe to the channel to get more great information on all aspects of ultimate wellness. I'd love it if you left me a comment or question below as well. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, this is Coach JZ, signing off from the Lifetime Body, where science meets common sense and where you can make your body last a lifetime.